Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, you're going to have Polo. Polo is from Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, but he lives in Brussels in Belgium. So let's see what Polo has to say. Enjoy the interview. So, hello, Polo. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. And you?
Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time this evening for the interview. Thank you.
Okay, my pleasure.
So, tell me, how was your day today?
Uh, just a normal standard day. I woke up early. I normally wake up at 6:30 in the morning. I work in a city next to Brussels, so I have 30 minutes by car in the
Okay.
morning. And I think by 4 I was already at home. So gym, and then I was just preparing myself for the interview. And
Tell
your
me,
and your day?
it was good. It was busy as well. Wake up very early. I'm early bird. I love waking up very early morning. And
Okay.
so yeah, it's you are my last interview of today. So
Really, you did more than one interview today.
yeah, today. So yeah, I had two interviews in the evening. So I woke up in the morning. I went to the gym. I went to work and come back home. Had some
Yeah.
dinner, and you are my second interview of the evening.
Okay. I will not make it difficult for you.
Paulo, tell me where you're from.
So I'm from Brazil. Originally, I'm born in Rio de Janeiro. So I'm
Wow.
carioca, actually from the capital, from Rio de Janeiro. Uh, and I have been living in Europe since 2006. Yeah, so it's almost 20 years. So it's practically half of my life in Europe. Uh, and I think in Belgium already 18 years, almost 18 years. So I think I found my place in Europe. I
Wow.
think that's for me the. It wasn't expected to come here, but everything worked so well. Everything was engaging, all the opportunities and personal life, professional life, everything was coming together. And today I don't see myself in any other place than here. So
That's amazing. And where's
yeah,
about in Belgium are you based?
sorry.
Where's about in Belgium are you
Yeah,
based?
so
Where?
I'm based in the capital. I'm based in Brussels.
Okay.
This is not the first city I live in Belgium. I lived in Ghent, in Antwerpen, and then finally in Brussels. And I have been here of maybe 10 years already. Yeah, I think after COVID, I lost a little bit of the taste for the timing, but I think it's already more than 10 years that I'm in Brussels. And I live really in the capital close to the center city. So it's very well located, it's very well connected to the rest of
Uh-huh.
Europe, which I like very much. The only problem is that there is no directly connection to go to Brazil. So whenever I have to go there, and I go once a year, I have to go to one of the countries around. But this is a small inconvenience.
For sure. So tell me, what's the biggest joy of living in Brussels, in your opinion?
It is a very cosmopolitan city. So that yeah, it's a capital of Europe together with being the capital of Belgium. And because of this, there is really plenty of nationalities here, and you always meet someone that is in your wavelength, that it has the same kind of mentality than you. So for me, what I thought that would be difficult to connect with people, to find really my groove here. But
Hmm.
since the beginning, this for me is what is exactly what attracted me to be in Belgium.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like most of my friends. I have half of the fans which are Flemish, which are really coming from here, but the other half they are all international friends. So I really like to have these opportunities. And besides of this, it is a very cultural city. So we are one of the cities in Europe with the most musical festivals. There are a lot of groups coming here. I'm a musician myself, so it's really good to have an opportunity to an accessible way to see the musicians, to see the groups that you're a fan. So I like very much this side of Belgium.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul, so let's start the interview talking a little bit more about your career as a musician. So tell me how everything started.
Yeah, so this is not really my career. This is a hobby.
Okay.
My job is engineer. This is what I do in my from 9 to 5. But it was I have so I'm in base. I'm a singer. So I've been singing since my teenagers years. I did choirs, I did private lessons, and I knew that this is what I want to do. I play piano, but my instrument is my voice, and I have been exercise and I've been learning a lot with this through the years. But it was, I think, less than 10 years ago that I told myself, it's not enough. I need more than what I'm doing right now. I need to express myself differently, and that's exactly when I told myself, "Oh, okay, I think I have something to say." So I decided to learn how to compose. It came naturally. I have to say that I didn't struggle. As soon as I sit in front of the computer, I sit in front of my instrument, and I start doing. It just came organically. And I have been doing music since then. I haven't stopped. Like practically all my evenings are in front of my computer, in front of my piano, doing music. And it's something that I discovered, this side of myself that I discovered, and I think I will never let it go. So
Amazing.
because of this, I have put already 2 CDs out.
Wow.
So it's really a very a creative kind of hobby, and I love it.
Amazing. Okay, so
Yeah.
during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey so far, okay?
Very good. Let's go.
Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through memories in life? Your point of views?
Be gentle.
Welcome to William and the Magic Box.
Okay,
So
that's
I
the
have
magic box.
that's the Magic Box. So I've got here my best friend. Of random fun questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just gonna play a song just first to relax before the first question, okay?
Yep, let's go.
Amazing. So let's do it. Right, so before we start the game, during the join, if it comes up a question that you don't want to answer, you don't want to talk about, always can change, okay?
Okay, let's
Amazing.
go.
First question is, what would your ideal life look like?
What my ideal life look like? I I have a lot of friends that say that they would love to retire, have a lot of money, and not work for the rest of their life. I'm completely the opposite. I love what I do. I love to be an engineer. I love the career that I chose. So for me, my perfect life is to still keep my job, be productive in my career, but have enough time to dedicate to my private life. I like to have this distinction between my professional life and my private life. So for me, ideally, it's actually what I'm having right now. I have a good balance between my professional life and my personal life. I can dedicate enough time for my friends, for my hobby that I love, for dating if I want, for traveling if I want. So this for me, it's ideally. I really don't want to be rich. I really don't want to, to just be at home doing nothing. I need this. I need this balance. I need this thing going on in my life.
And saying that, what's the meaning of life for you?
What's the meaning of life? I'm not religious. I used to be religious when I was in Brazil. Today I'm an atheist, so I'm not gonna go into the whole yeah, meaning of life and everything. For me, I take this very pragmatically. I know that I'm just here for a really short amount of time, and what I try to do is take the best of my existence. So that's exactly why I throw myself into music. I throw myself also in other things creatively. I throw myself at my work. I give myself to my friends. Whenever I'm in a relationship, I give myself a maximum because I think that's what you have to take. I want to arrive, and hopefully I will go until 80 years old, 100 years old, if it's possible. Look back and say, okay, I did everything that I could with this life that I have, with this little piece of life that I can live in Earth. And I think this, for me, it's the whole meaning. It's to take the best, take the maximum.
Amazing. Next question. Let's do it.
Yes.
Hey, Paulo. Next question for you is, what makes you the saddest?
The saddest. Oi, I think it's. I used to think that loneliness make me sad, but this actually was the work that I did on myself in the last 10 years. Because being an immigrant, you know quite well, leaving your
Yeah.
country, leave everything you have behind, leaving leaving part of yourself. Actually, you're reconstructing yourself to adapt to the new place. For me, my biggest fear was really because I'm alone in Europe. I have no family here. Was loneliness, but I have worked on to start liking actually to be lonely. So my saddest thing is right now is not to be able to uh, give enough or to have enough people around me that it's valued my time. And whenever I meet someone, whenever I cannot give enough, or I don't have enough time to give to my friends, or I don't have enough time to give to a partner. For me, this makes me really sad because it's what I told before. If you want to take the best, you have to give the best, uh, and it makes me sad when I cannot do this. Uh, I think that's it. Yeah,
And the opposite of the question, what makes you the happiest?
the happiest. Uh, I, I I have to say that I well, I told you the whole thing about being a musician. Uh, I, I went to stage. I didn't do a lot of shows, but I've been maybe 5 or 6 times doing a show and interacting, seeing people smile when you're doing something like this. No, I have to say, gave me so much joy to be able to exchange because you're it's almost like getting naked. You're giving part of yourself. You're showing a part of yourself that you don't normally show, a side of your personality you normally show. I have a reaction. I have someone say, "Okay, wow, I love this," or "I love how you express. I love how you sing. I love what you have to say." Well, this gives me goosebumps. It's really an amazing feeling.
Beautiful, beautiful. Understand.
Uh,
Next question. Let's do it.
do it.
Before the next question, tell me what's the biggest joy of being a musician? What do you like the most about it?
Um, to be able to tell a story, I think that's the whole point. I'm someone that when I write a music, I turn it into a character. For me, so it's very easy to tell my story through someone, through a personage, through someone that I create. And I just do this in order for me to be able to tell a story, to pass a message.
Mm.
And I think this is it's why I do music. It's I have so many things going on here, and I share this with all my friends. They know me from upside down. Right now, I think I found also a tool to connect with other people and tell the same stories, but in a different way. I love when I have to say something and I found a good way or a good analogy or a good comparison to say the same thing in many different ways. I, I love this. I love to tell stories.
Amazing. Very good. Next question is, if you could sit down with your 13-year-old self, what would you say?
It's very curious because I just put out a music that's called Boy.
Okay?
And actually, is a song for myself when I was 12 years old. I knew exactly what was going on with me. Yeah, personally, sexually, I knew at that moment who the person that I needed to be or the person that I wanted to be. But at 12 years old, yeah, it's not in Brazil. It's not the easiest way of doing things. And I just wrote a song about this. What I would tell myself if I would be a 13 years old boy. Uh, the only thing I could tell among other things, the only thing that stuck with me is that hold on because I'm so near. So I need you to be strong through those
Uh-huh.
years as I was strong, weak. I need you to hold up so as I can get close, and then you become the man I am today. I think this is it's very how to say when you finish a story and you have a cathartic I don't know how to say this in English, a catharsis, it's a cathartic story.
Uh,
But it was a nice conclusion for everything that I lived during my teenage years.
and which person in your life right now you feel more connected with or more close to right now? Which person?
Um, um, I have two very close friends here, and I mentioned about the multicultural part of Belgium that we meet a lot of people from everywhere. But curiously, my best friends here and the people that I connect the most are two guys that are born in Belgium or in the Flanders part of Belgium. So this is Jan and Bartel. I connect with them in, yeah, they know everything about my life. They are my best friends. I meet them as maximum as I can. I'm very fortunate to have these two guys in my life, and yeah, it's for sure them. Yeah, I'm not very connected anymore with my family, unfortunately. So they come as second best.
Okay, both of them, they are watching this interview right now and have a moment and opportunity
Imagine,
to say
it's
message.
my
What you,
declaration of love to them.
yes, they're watching.
Yeah,
What would you say if you could send them a message right now? What would you say?
they know that I love these two guys. They have been my life, and these are two guys that I will not let it go. So yeah,
Beautiful.
to the future. I want to be 80 years old with them and will complain about the life.
3 questions left. Let's do it.
Okay, let's go.
I'm playing Shusha.
Oh, okay. Hilarie?
No, Doce Mel, Doce Mel, Doce, Doce.
It's also good. Wow,
Tom,
man. I haven't
Tom,
seen this since a long time.
eterno baixinho da Xuxa. Next question is, who your biggest hero?
Hero.
Yeah,
Wait. This is a difficult question. Um, I have to say, and it's a difficult question, but the answer is quite simple. It's I would not have anything that I have today if it would not be for my parents. They would they sacrifice a lot for me to have an education when I was young. You know, Brazil private studies, so they pay for me all my life through my studies for me to enter in a very good university. And when I had to come to Europe, they actually were very supportive and supportive through all my life here. So yeah, those are my two big heroes, my mom and my dad.
wow, beautiful. And since you left Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, besides your parents, people that you know close to your life, what do you miss the most about the city, about Brazil?
Uh, oh, I actually miss Sunday evenings at my place. Uh, yeah, we always had uncles and aunts coming for a little coffee with cookies
Yeah,
at 7 p.m. in the evening on a Sunday. Oh man, little things that you don't appreciate when you are there. But right now, when I look back, wow, simple moments of pure love with family. This is what I miss the most.
wow, beautiful. 2 questions left. Let's do
Okay,
it.
let's go.
Before the next question, Paulo, tell me 3 names of 3 big artists that you always be inspired by in the music industry.
Uh, there is one big group. It was when I started to do music. It was my biggest inspiration. U2. I saw them already 2 times. I had goosebumps. I cried. Everything that they do for me, it really touched me. Even though uh, it's a group that has been a long time in the road. they are still relevant. They are still doing good things. So one, U2. Second one, Depeche Mode. I think I heard them when I was very young. When I was a teenager, I could not understand them. I didn't connect with them in the first listening, and I thought these guys are so difficult, so different, so strange. And with time, I start saying, okay, different is good, different is interesting. Uh, and then there is a group here in Europe, from France, called M83. And I connect with them, I think, 10 years ago, and they influence a lot what I have been doing so far. So two old ones, I'm very 80s inspired, so YouTube, Depeche Mode, and then a new group, ME83.
Okay, so one day you're gonna wake up in the morning having 3 missed calls on your phone for those three you just mentioned right now. Which one you call back straight away? Which one you send a message? I'll call you back later. And the third one you call back, you just ignore them. Tell me.
Yeah, difficult question. Yeah, call back, I would say M83, because they cannot be as important as these other two groups. Yeah, they are amazing. And if I would have a possibility of having a small talk with Bono, that would be a dream come true. I don't know what I would say. I don't know if I would cry, if I would be silent, if I would just statically start talking. But I would surely call back Bono, and so you too, and I would send a message to the passion.
Wow. And you ignore the last one. Wow.
I would not ignore because I have seen them already 2 or 3 times live. So I could, in the next time I see them live, just apologize.
There we go. There's always a way to make it up. Always.
Exactly. So.
Okay, next question is, tell us something that you have done that you feel very proud of yourself.
Yeah. There are two things. In Brazil, I was I did engineering, but I did engineering in the army. So I was a military in Brazil, and I entered university at 17. So in order for me to do all of this, I had to really stop for 1 year of my life doing, quite well preparatory school, which I was studying from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I was studying every day, 7 days a week. I look back and I said, how could you, from where did you have this strength? And I was so young, I was 16, and I don't know from where I took that, that perseverance, that resilience to do all of this. But yeah, I entered the university and I was so proud at 17. And the second proudest thing, it's when I got my first album out, because
Wow.
you look to your heroes, like the groups that you like, and say, I would never gonna be able to do what they are doing. And today, even though I'm really a small artist in Belgium, I'm in the same platform as they are, in Spotify, I'm in Apple Music, I'm in YouTube. I'm sharing the same things that they are. So in a certain way, of course, I'm never gonna be them, but I got to experience a little bit of what they are doing. For me, this was a very proud moment too.
Wow. Beautiful.
Now,
Last question. Ready?
last question. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's run. But before the last question, Polo, tell me what music has taught you so far.
What music has taught me so far?
Yeah.
To not be afraid to express yourself. I was always a very shy person, even though right now I found my way to be social, to be communicative, but I'm an introspective person by nature, which I force myself not to be. So besides finding my groove, finding my way of being social, also music gave me another platform, another tool to express myself in a different way that I don't normally do, to talk about things that I don't normally do with friends. My first album was about depression, and it's something that not a lot of people knew about myself. I had some people that I know, some friends coming to me and said, "Oh, I didn't know that you really went through all of this." when I heard your songs, I was really surprised. So it just gave me a different platform to be open, and I think that's I think what you want. You don't want to go old and start just closing on yourself. You just for me, I want to be open. I want to be old and open up to more and more people, and the music gives me exactly this feeling.
It's amazing when you can perform something that brings passion in your life, and somehow takes you to a place where you feel the greatest, you feel the best, you feel
Yeah.
confident, you feel
Can
real.
you imagine? Can you imagine Shusha performing for I don't know how many people, like 20,000, 30,000 people screaming her name? It's like it's something that's it's amazing.
For
Yeah,
sure. Amazing. Okay. Last
good.
question for you. Last question for you is, who was your favorite teacher and why?
My favorite teacher. Oh yeah, that's a. Uh, I always remember. I think it was the same thing for you. Uh, when we are in the primary school, in the kindergarten, normally in Brazil, you have always the same teacher through uh, 4 years, 5 years of your when you are very young, when you're a child. And I remember that I had this teacher, uh, Professor Adelaide. And in Brazil, we don't call professor by professor, we call uncle or aunts.
Yes,
This
yes,
is how we call it because they are so close to you that they are part of your family.
yeah,
So aunt in Portuguese is tia, so I call her Tia Adelaide. And I
yeah,
remember clearly her face, and I even remember her voice. It's so impregnated on my skin that it's amazing. And yeah, yeah, I think this would be forever my favorite teacher. She was with me from 4 to 8 years old or something like this. I
wow,
cry when I have to leave her. Yeah, it's a very typical Brazilian thing. Yeah? So from
wow.
our culture, yeah.
Tell me something, Paulo. I believe you're part of the LGBTQ plus community, yeah?
Yes,
So
yes.
are you okay to talk about it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So tell me, how was for you growing up back in Rio, in Brazil, being a gay boy? Did you have the support of your family
Yeah.
at the time? It was a bit tricky.
I didn't grow up as a gay boy. I grew up as a boy who knew there was something happening,
Mm-hmm.
but trying so hard to fit the mold. So I actually I talked this with some friends. The distance memory that I have was a time that I was in the kindergarten, not in the kindergarten, I was already in the primary school, 5 years old, 6 years old. I remember clearly to feel things for another boy, but because yeah, you know how society is Brazil. Oh, he's a young boy, or this is a young girl. Well, they are a couple, so let's put them together. Let's hold hands. So you're forced to belong to something like this.
Yeah.
So for me, it was always growing up was always a denial of exactly what was happening. I knew what if I look back, I had all the signs telling me that I was a gay boy, but I had to grow up to be a straight boy, a straight teenager, a straight young adult. And just actually when I was in the army through the university, that I told myself, right now it's time for me to do me. Uh, it was not an easy transition, but if well, now you talk about my childhood, there was nothing to talk about. It was only and not gonna say sadness, but it was denial over and over again. Try to date girls, was not working. Pretending I was in love with girls, which maybe was happening, I don't know. Trying to unsuccessfully date, having girlfriends, which, yeah, I think right now looking back, it's sad because no one should have to pass through that. I should
Mm-hmm.
have had the opportunity to have the same experiences as a straight boy would have. I would love just to to like I saw my friends holding hand with their girlfriends. I would love to have the opportunity to do the same thing when I was a boy. And what is wrong with that? I grew up to be a gay man. I don't interfere with anyone's life. I live my own life. So it's just it should be natural. It should not happen as it is, but it is how things work now. So
I see. Okay. So
yeah,
then, Jets, let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to say some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Okay.
okay, let's do it.
One word for money.
Money needs, yeah.
Fear.
Um, Fear, uh, not being loved.
Okay. Family.
Uh, yeah, pressures,
Life.
pressures. Yeah.
Love.
Uh, is a complement to life.
Religion.
Not necessary.
Sex.
Fundamental.
Politics.
Uh, Ugly.
Friendship.
Beautiful.
Desire.
Uh, Desire. Um, it's a gift.
Regret.
None.
Success.
Uh, uh, the future.
Wish.
Life.
Happiness.
Every day.
One word for Rio de Janeiro.
Heart.
One word for Brazil.
Yeah. Home.
One word for Belgium.
Adopted home.
One word for songwriter.
Brave.
One word for singing.
Dedication.
And the last one now, one word for music.
Essential. Yeah.
Beautiful. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your friends, the one you mentioned during the interview for a coffee, your best friends, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask them, define Polo in one positive and one negative word only. What they would say about you.
Positive. I'm 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 a good friend. Really? Negative. I'm uh, I'm too realistic.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe I have to ask them.
Let's play now Polo and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Polo, antes, I was about to speak Portuguese. Before you ask me the question, tell me what's your favorite Portuguese word?
Saudade.
Oh,
Just because, yeah, it's well, I don't know if this is true, but we say that this is the only words that there is no definition in other language.
yeah,
And I do. If I would have to say a word that I feel every day, it's so much. Yeah, it's always gonna be there. Uh,
beautiful. Do you speak
uh,
Flamengo well or not?
I speak French. I work in English, so my first language right now is English.
Uh-huh.
I speak French, and right now I'm learning Dutch.
I
And I
see.
hope this is the last language that I have to learn because I'm just yeah, I'm engineer. I'm from numbers. It just don't work for me. I don't have good memory, so
Paulo, you can ask me a question now.
yes. So we talk about me coming from Rio, coming from Brazil, and
Mm-hmm.
living in Belgium. So for me, it is. I see myself. in Belgium. This is my place. Uh, do you see yourself in London, or do you see yourself back in Brazil in the future?
Great question. Paulo, I'm from Mato Grosso, so I left Brazil when I was 19-year-old. I left Brazil when I was 19. I moved all the way to Portugal. I lived in Portugal for 5 years, and I've been living in England, in London, most of my life. It's funny how life takes in a direction you're not expecting. I think back in Brazil, we have this American dream. Everyone wants to go to the US. Yeah, there is this thing. And of course, that was my first. I was studying English very young age, and I had a dream to live in a country where I could speak English every day. And of course, the US is always, we are very American. In Brazil we have this,
Mhm.
culture there. However, long story short, life gave this opportunity for me to come here. I never thought in my life one day live in Portugal. Never thought one day live in London, in England, and life brought me here, and I'm meant to be here. When I look back, I see my life. I think, everything what I've learned, everything. When I look back, my God, I'm meant to be here. So answer to
Yeah,
your question, it's somewhere that is home for me now, for sure. London is home. I love being here. It's a lot. It's part of me. Of course, I need to go to Brazil to see my family, to visit my
yeah,
roots. Yeah, I love Brazil. Brazil, I think it's a unique place in the world that you cannot find anywhere else. Just for us who
yeah,
live abroad, we can tell that because there is something unique and beautiful about Brazil. However, it's me here living in London. I think
yeah.
it's my, somehow I've been, here somehow adopted. I think it's a great place to be. I love London. Yeah. So answer to your question, it's some, and you never know. Life sometimes changes you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You never,
But you,
sometimes.
you want to grow old in UK.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
my home for
yeah,
me now. For sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's strange that there is a point in your life that you look back and you know where you come from, you know what is inside, but you don't belong there anymore, and you just have to accept and
Totally.
make peace with that. I think for me it was maybe 7 years ago when I just realized the person that I became doesn't
Mhm.
belong anymore there.
It is
It's sad and beautiful at the same time, huh?
absolutely. I think a
Uh,
friend, a friend of mine, she's Brazilian, actually live in Madrid, and she sent me a message the other day about, about this thing about living abroad. You don't live in our country, and it was very funny because the message says that you don't belong anywhere somehow. You know what I mean? Because you I can live here forever, but I'll never be English. You know what I mean? I came back to Brazil and I don't fit that anymore. So the message was so clear and so interesting
uh,
because we belong to the world, and I think that's
uh,
it's very interesting, and
and
it's not.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
right on the money. It's like I joke with my friends that I'm gonna forever be in a limbo because
yeah,
I can do my best. I can speak French. I can speak Dutch. I'm in Belgium right now. I have passport, but I will never be Belgian per
yeah,
se.
yeah,
And I'm
absolutely,
not anymore Brazilian as because 20 years of my life has been outside there. Half of my life has been outside Brazil. So you're in a limbo, navigate. You cannot come back. You just move forward.
totally,
Maybe at 8 years old, we're both gonna have another talk. You're
for
still
sure.
gonna have your questions by them with 10,000 people in in your portfolio.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think that's not right or wrong. I think just life brought us to this
Yeah,
life and we like it, we enjoy it, we adjust ourselves. I think that's the beauty of it. And I think I feel privileged, not easy, of course. We've been through a lot in our lives. Sometimes we have this nostalgia when Christmas come, all those places, these celebrations, that is a family thing, it's your roots, and you are
yeah,
far away. I understand sometimes you have those moments, but however, we meant to be here and we embrace it and we enjoy it. So I think that's yeah. Answer to your question,
yeah.
yeah. I meant to be here and I love here for sure.
Very good.
Did you enjoy the interview?
Yeah, I was kind of nervous. I said, how I'm gonna answer questions from nothing, but you make everything feels comfortable. So it's a
Thanks,
nice thing.
thanks, Thank you so much, Paul. Thanks so much. I love to have passionate people here, and I love to, talk to people. And I can feel your passion about your music, about this journey that brings the best of you. And I think
Very
that's what
good.
life is about, for us to try new things and follow our heart and follow our passion.
And the same way as I'm doing music, you have been doing what, this channel for how many years already?
It's actually just turned 5 years that I've been doing the
Oh,
show.
it's right now part of your life. You're doing
Absolutely.
this every day. You do the same thing as me. I
Yeah.
come home, I sit in front of my computer to do music. You
Yeah.
sit in front of the computer to talk to people. So yeah, you're gonna have so many friends when you grow old.
Yeah, the Magic Box has been everywhere in the world, every
I can
continent.
imagine.
It's great. It's great to be here. Paulo, before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Well, okay, I mentioned that I had this song that I did for myself when I was a boy,
Mm-hmm.
not 13 but 12 years old. And at the end of the song, I decided I wanted to do some talking on the song. Well, the song is long. There is some strings at the end, and I give a message. And there is a part, I think, that is very positive. I'm just gonna read for you.
Sure.
It's not too late to make things better, to find the courage to let yourself go, to not fear misleading beliefs, to scare the thoughts away and be who you want to be, and be
Wow.
who you are supposed to be, without shame, without blame, without fear. So I wish I could have told this myself. Uh, the most things without shame, because yeah, I think should be a positive message. It should be ourselves from the beginning. This is not something that should ever be taken out from us.
Amazing. Beautiful. I love the message. Amazing.
Good.
Paulo, thank you so much for the interview. Thanks for taking your time. In regards to your friends, to your family and friends, and keep in touch, okay? It was a pleasure having you on the show, okay? Have a good
Thank you for having me, and success with your project. Huh?
for you too. Enjoy a lot your journey as a musician, and you keep in touch, okay? It was a pleasure having you on
Okay.
the show, okay?
Bye
Thank you.
bye. Ciao ciao.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.